Alright, it's July 11th. We're going to go in and take a look at the girls here today, see how they're doing. Well, they have completely consumed that 2 quarts of sugar water that I gave them. I'm trying to remember the date. I'll put the date down at the bottom. Today's July 12th. They have completely consumed it. You can see there's still a few girls in here looking for something, but there ain't nothing for them. So, yeah. So it's good that they took the sugar water. We'll give them some more. Let's get this off. I'll have to get this cleaned and then put it back on. Alright, let's see if they started doing anything up top here. No. Okay. So I've got the inside of frame 4, they have started. Frame 5, both sides. Frame 6, both sides. Frame 7, both sides. Frame 8, pretty much the inside of frame 8. Tiny little bit of the outside of frame 8. Has a little bit of drawn comb on it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the story for drawn comb here. Alright, well, alright. We'll take this off and set it to the side. Alright, we'll get zoomed in here so we can get a little closer look at these girls, see how they're doing. Let's try not to drop a frame today. Wow, they have completely built out this outside frame, but I think that's because I checkerboarded it. They haven't completely built it out, but they have started building it out. So you can see, not quite down at the bottom here, but this would be the bottom of the frame. So they've got it built out down to about right here, but they've got nectar going into the top portion of the frame. I still haven't done much with the outside of it, but in this heat I'm really surprised that they've done even as much as they've done. Alright. We're going to leave this frame out so I can have a little room to move things around. Yeah, this is one of the frames that I checkerboarded, so they haven't done anything to this frame. As I suspected. Lots of nectar on this frame. This is frame 3. We are not going to drop a frame today. This is a heavy frame here, so I see brood. Let's see, do I have any larvae in here? No, this is brood and then honey at the top. A lot of brood here, a little bit of larvae. Okay. Looking inside there for my queen on the other frame that I haven't taken out yet. Drop a frame, Greg. I see a lot of young larvae in here. I don't see any egg. Yeah, I do see a few eggs. Lots of larvae, lots of capped brood here. It's a good healthy frame here. No sign of my queen yet. Break open a couple of these here. Full frame of capped brood. Lots of larvae on this side. So in last week's video, pulling out these frames, I dropped one and I had not yet found my queen, so I was a little worried that I could have possibly killed her when I dropped that frame. Trying so hard today to not do that. But there was enough eggs and such that had I killed her, they would have been able to make a new queen. And I'm not seeing any signs of emergency cells, supersedure cells, any kind of replacement queens. So that's a good thing. I'm not seeing nearly as much eggs as I would like to see, though. No sign of my queen. She is marked with a green dot, so she should be pretty easy to see. This is the frame that I actually dropped. And I'm seeing eggs. So it's been more than 3 or 4 days since my last inspection, so that means my queen's probably still here, still healthy. That's a good sign. Just wish I could find that girl. She's good at hiding. I've even got her marked now, and she is still tough to find. More eggs and larvae on this frame. Eggs and very, very young larvae. I'll point that out to the camera here in a moment. Still no sign of that queen. Wow. Alright, so let's point this out to the camera here. So if we look right here, to the left is the top of the frame. And you see open brood down here, closed brood, capped brood at the bottom. And then at the top, that lighter stuff, that's honey. But in between those, you can see some, it's easy to spot the eggs on these black frames. Little tiny white, about half the size of a grain of rice. A couple of young larvae in there. So that means our queen is still here. She's still laying. Just don't know where that girl is. Let's go ahead and go all the way out to the outside edge. I haven't pissed them off too much yet, so let's see if she's... This is another checkerboard here, so this is going to be a frame with practically nothing on it. A little bit of honey there at the top. Nectar, I should say. It's not capped. Nothing but nectar on this side, so there should be no queen here. And this is a heavy frame of both honey and nectar. Don't drop it, Greg. Yeah, no sign of my queen. She could always be on the wall somewhere. I hate when I don't find her, though. I really hate when I don't find her. Make another pass looking for my queenie. Wow. I'm not seeing any sign of that girl. No sign. Well, I don't have to find the queen, but I sure would like to. I'd like to be able to show her on camera. Show my green dot that I got her marked with. I really half expected to see her on this frame here. Seems to be a lot of activity there. Gonna bother pulling out any more frames. I'm just gonna close it up. I was just hoping I'd find her to show her on camera. Once again, my queen is very elusive. She has remained hidden on this inspection. No sign of emergency cells and I did see eggs, and so I'm pretty sure my queen is in here and she's okay. She's just a good hider. She's very good at hiding. Lots of brood going into this heat wave that we've got going on right now. See, when I pull this frame out, the volume ramps up, which makes me think maybe she's on here. Alright, well, no sign of my queenie, but we do have a sign of a healthy queen in there. All right. Give them one good smoke before we put the top box back on them. All right. All right. Okay, so July 16th, in a matter of like 5 days, they went through 2 quarts of 1-to-1 sugar water. They can definitely use it now with all of the flowers and everything drying up in this triple digit 115, 118 degree weather that we're having. So I'm going to stop everything now, go inside, mix up another 2 quarts and give them 2 more quarts. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Didn't find my queen, but did find lots of eggs and very young larvae, which would indicate that she's still in there, she's still laying. I didn't see any emergency cells, so also a good sign that I did not kill her earlier in the week whenever I accidentally dropped that frame. So that's it for today's inspection.